Well, hello, collective, and welcome to FireStarTarot. I am Empress Egypt, and as you can tell, this is a collective reading. Now, I have titled it accordingly. Clearly, you can see that I have some cards already here on the table, you guys. So this is just basically me tapping into who the message is for, what tools that need to be used, and of course, how to initiate. So clearly, I titled the video on dealing with someone who has pulled back, who is separated, and how to succeed with this individual. Okay, so before we get into this reading, you guys, don't forget to give me a like if you enjoy this video. If it helps you in any way, shape, or form, or if it is useful to you, then don't forget to share so that it can find the eyes and the ears of someone else who may need this help, okay? Also, to you guys, I am doing a 1,000 subscriber giveaway. So if you do want to be entered, all you have to do is be subscribed to my YouTube channel, and that is your entry. I will announce the winner on Instagram. You guys, my social media links are down below. Definitely follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Pinterest, as well as Instagram, okay? Instagram's where I announce the winner. If I didn't say that, I think I already did. You know it, you guys. Don't forget, you guys, my channel is all about healing, okay? It's all about a higher perspective, okay? So keep that in mind. Take that into consideration. I'm not here to tell you your future. I'm simply just giving you a higher perspective of looking at a situation if the situation is you, okay? So collective, today the collective is going to be the shaman energy, okay? Yes, I pulled a card for your energy. I wanted to know your archetype. Your archetype is the shaman, all right, collective? So the shaman energy, let me break this down to you guys where you completely understand shaman energy, okay? There's 3 parts to the shaman. The first part is about study, right? It's about the experience of things, collective, right? The really going through shit, the learning lessons of life, okay? This is what makes you a mentor, right? So it's about studying. It's about learning, experiencing, and of course, ultimately this experience activates you. Okay, so this makes you a mentor, right? Because you've gone through it. So therefore, now you can teach others because of your experience. So it really activates you to be that mentor. The second part of the shaman is healing, all right? Now, the healing is actually aimed to self, but more importantly, it's also aimed to others as well as the world, the culture, all right? The third part to the shaman is the other world. This is the unseen, all right? The unseen is the 5D. Right? The divine connection, the psychic visions, the old magic, the powers that we have forgotten, okay? The powers that are so desperately needed in this time. So collectively, you guys are healers, you're mentors, and of course, you see the unseen. So for those of you guys, this is your reading if you're dealing with the judge type of energy, okay? The judge is a critic. He's a diplomat, or she. She's an advocate, or he, right? This is the judge. On the positive end, you guys, they can be safe, true, just. This archetype remains unconscious, okay? Or it's just held back. It's captivated by fear. I will say that on the negative end, right? This is that pulling back energy I was talking about and why I titled the video the way I did. This is someone who on the positive end, yes, can be very, very outspoken, someone who is very just and sees things and has a way with them and has a safety net and creates stability and makes you feel safe. But on the negative end, this is someone who pulls back. This is someone who, again, builds walls. Shoot, this is someone who could be a politician, a judge, a government official, a cop, a teacher, somebody who understands authoritarian kind of energy, right? But I will say on the negative end, this is someone who can kind of get into that self or start judging others or judging their self, right? That's what the judge is about. This can kind of give that energy of racism, bigotry, fear-mongering. But on the positive end, this is someone who could literally help others, right? Advocate for civil rights or just helping people in need. So there's definitely a negative and positive with this kind of energy collective, okay? So collectively, I'm dealing with a collective that is a healer, that understands the difference between the 5D and the 3D, my spiritual awakening people, okay? And that's for you guys who are actually dealing with someone who is this type of energy, someone who can be your biggest critic. Someone who has maybe pulled back or pulled themselves completely or created walls or built walls so big that you can't get in, okay? So with that being said, We have a few more things that I want to get into, and then we'll start clarifying, find out exactly what's going on, you guys. The reason I pulled these cards, I was clarifying, just trying to get a vibe for who I was speaking to today. I wanted to do something different. I wanted to incorporate the archetype cards. Excuse me. So this is why I already have them laid out. Okay, you guys, the rest of the cards I have already shuffled off camera and set intentions, but I will shuffle some more on camera. Okay. So the river energy, one of my favorite cards, right? Let me explain the river because it's really important. So, you know, this is it upside down. I guess it just depends on which way you look at it, right? But this is the river card. Okay, that's the reflection in my mind. I don't know why. I'm sorry about my focus, you guys. I apologize. But this is the river card. I'm going to hold it in reverse, right, in that reflection mode because it's prettier that way, the way you guys see it. There's so much behind this card, and let me explain to you why and why it's one of my favorite cards. This is about going with the flow of things, okay? This is my advice to you anytime I see this card is to go with the flow, okay? Think about a river. Think about the current of a river and how a current, you know, the current can take you very quickly. If you try to swim upstream, you're just not going to go anywhere. Matter of fact, you're just going to stay stagnant. You're not going to really move other than your body physically against the current. And so it's an energy of understanding to go with the flow and not fight that current, okay? So when we get into this card, that it fully breaks down exactly why this card is so important. Because this card washes away what is no longer necessary in your life, okay, collective? So it's all about really understanding and forgiving anything in the physical form. Okay. I'm talking physical form, 3D form. It's about forgiving anything that you can tangibly touch. Okay. Not what you feel on the inside, but the things on that 3D outer perspective, the things you can feel. Okay. That physical form. Again, this is forgiving anything embodied in physical form. So on the positive end, this is about accepting, being graceful, reflecting, right? This is why I said I want to show you the reflection. It's about really forgiving, right? Looking at the mirror, looking at the reflection of self, and even forgiving your 3D physical body, all right? For the things that it has done because of the 3D restraints, all right? This is forgiving. On the negative end, though, this is flooding emotions. This is really being overwhelmed with emotions and really putting yourself in torment. This is that kind of energy that you can see with the 10 of Wands, the 10 of Cups in reverse, losing things emotionally, being overwhelmed emotionally, right? Doesn't matter what causes that overwhelming emotion, flood of emotions. It's just the fact that it's still that overwhelming flood of emotions here. This is why it's really about going with the flow, because when you fight against that current, you're clearly going to be creating a lot of torment for yourself, right? You're going to be fighting those emotions instead of allowing them to come out the way they are, release those tears and then come into the acceptance and understand it gracefully, right? So again, it's about going with the current here, right? So this is the place where it takes happen. This is where it takes place. This is where it happens, okay? It takes place in the river, all right? Your current. Whether it's the current from this person, the current from other people, the current from something you're going through energetically at work. The point is that is what this river is that it is that energetic, I cannot speak today, you guys, that energetic flow that creates the overwhelming emotions or the acceptance and the forgiveness, okay? One last thing with the river, it's really important is to remember that with this physical form of forgiveness, you have to forgive without asking for anything in return, okay? It has to be true forgiveness. The next thing we have, right, is the tool that you're going to use, the ring. Think about the ring, and when you do think about the ring, it's infinite, correct? Right? It continues to always go. It never ends. You don't know where it starts and where it begins. It's the wheel. It's the connection. So the ring represents connectedness, right? It's about that eternal love that surpasses space, time, and even the worldly things, right? The 3D things. So on the positive end, this is sacred cycles. Okay. On the negative end, this is repetition, right? This is starving for connection, not having it. So I do feel this energy coming through clearly with this person, right? This is someone who pushes away, creates barriers, walls. So clearly the ring is the tool that is going to be needed to deal with this person, right? On the negative end, it's going to be repeating things over and over again. On the positive side of this energy, it's going to be understanding the sacredness in these cycles and what it is that, again, shaman, you're experiencing, you're learning, the things that are activating you to have this surge, right? This flow, this current that can either be overwhelming or it can be a smooth ride if you just ride with that current, right? The last card here is the Initiator. Thanatos, right? So I don't know how many of you guys understand anything or know anything about Greek mythology. Thanatos, I guess you guys would probably more know the name Hades, right? So if you go back to Greek mythology, Hades and Thanatos were the same energy, the same person. Some may beg to differ. I've done my research and they are the same to me. Okay. Again, you guys, you'll have to do your own research and read your own stuff. But interesting enough, Thanatos' brother is Hypnos, right? Hypnos, the god of sleep. Interesting enough, the word that we know as hypnosis comes clearly from hypnos, right? A Greek god who was the god of sleep. Well, anyways, Thanatos is the god of death. Okay, the god of death. Interesting enough, though, I don't remember the other god. There's another god. I don't know if this god is his brother or what, but there's another god of death, and it's the death that is painful. But Thanatos is the death of painless, right? Very peaceful death. So this is like the death to cycles in our life, right? The rebirth, the transformation, right? Interesting enough, your card spread is very interesting because the way it laid out. Ironically, they're all working together, right? Thanatos, again, the death, the recycle that, yes, I get, you're probably saying, well, Egypt, but this is painful. This is hurting. This is why, no, it's because you're choosing to allow it to be the negative energy on things, right? Because you have a choice here. You have a choice to ride the current, allow the current to take you the way it is, right? But you also have the power to be able to say, okay, no, I'm going to make this hard. I'm going to swim against the current. I'm going to make this overwhelming. So it's understanding that you have options, right? You do have the power within you to be able to do it this way or to do it that way. It's up to you whether you allow others or the 3D perspective to kind of alter you there. So just remember that this river is very important because this is where it takes place. Not what this person's done, not who this person is, not when they come into your life, but how you allow them to dictate your life. Okay, this is your choice. Right? So Thanatos comes in and says, here, I'm initiating things, right? I'm murdering things. I'm killing things painlessly, okay? And peacefully so that new can become. Interesting enough, Thanatos, is really this ongoing and omnipresent kind of energy, right? For those of you guys who don't know what omnipresent is, right? This is the see all, know all, right? All places at all times. The most comparable thing would be God, right? God can see all, knows all, that kind of energy, right? This is that energy. It's an energy. It's a power. It's initiation, okay? It's that eternal response to the gift of birth, right? Death is the eternal response to the gift of birth, eternal, right? So again, this is that initiation, the initiation into the underworld, the same underworld that is AKA the other world that the healer, right? The healer, the mentor, the unseen shaman knows. Okay, collective. So very interesting though. On the positive end, this is just, really grieving, mourning, right? Going against the flow of things, but also bearing witness to all that is. This is that energy of taking this struggle and fighting that current collective and creating this, okay, it is what it is, right? I witness this shit now. I know that there needs to be a death to this, right? Call it the death to ego if you will. On the, and this is on the positive end. Sorry, I didn't mean to say negative end. On the positive end, it's the grieving, the mourning, right? The bearing witness, that is. On the negative end, though, this is that fear, This is being insensitive to death, being insensitive to old age, to illness, to dying, maybe laughing at certain things, right? Making humor, making light of things that are normally awkward for others. This is a negative energy. This is, again, being insensitive, okay? Having fear and making light of things because of that fear. So it's understanding that this death that is painless and peaceful can create issues if you allow the fear to consume you, much less instead of just being on the positive end of grieving, mourning, bearing, witnessing, and doing all that stuff. I mean, it can just be a whole, just understanding the cycles and understanding and embracing that death and not even really grieving and mourning it, but maybe even on the positive end, accepting it and seeing something differently where maybe you don't grieve and mourn the same way. Yes, there should still be grieving. Okay, you guys, sorry, I got off track there, but I think you get what I'm saying, right? Interesting enough, when I see this card, it really tells me that literally collective, it's about making a decision for you to, I feel very, this energy of, okay, I need to do this. This is what I have. I need to make this decision. It's being faced with making a decision, and it feels like life or death for you, right? Death to ego kind of energy. This card, though, also tells me that you're at that point where you want to make a decision. And once you make that decision, you're going to be faced with truth. And truth is a beautiful reality. Okay. Truth, believe it or not, is when things tend to be rewarding and gifting because you see the truth in things. So we'll see if that comes out in your next reading, but definitely let's go ahead and kick this off and start tapping into it and see what's going on here. Okay. So let's start off with your energy collective. This is probably going to be a long reading, maybe an hour, maybe an hour and a half, maybe a little bit longer, maybe almost 2 hours. We'll see what's going on here. All right, so let's start with the collective energy. So collective, you are the shaman. Okay, you are the mentor, the healer, and the unseen. All right, you are the master who bridges the everyday and the sacred again, right? Interesting. So the first question I have to ask, obviously, is what is it that's activating you? Okay, what is it that you were experiencing? And first coming out is the Princess of Swords in the reverse, okay? I didn't even really ask Spirit out loud anyways, but this is still the same energy regardless. This is understanding that you're not clear, right? This is not having a new truth, right? This is untrue. This is not knowing. This is not being clear. This is not having communication, not taking action, right? To something new. We also have the conflicting energy of the Prince of Pentacles. So I do feel like it's a very back and forth, not knowing with this person straight up, this judge you're dealing with, okay? This is someone that you can't seem to manifest. And it feels like if you do manifest, it's like you can't continue from there. It's like this new beginning takes place, but then it never goes from there, right? It's always this conflicting, are we going to start this or not kind of energy. Again, this is that separating energy, right? And again, this is your energy. This is how you feel. This is your perspective, shaman, okay? So just understand that, there's always reflections to see even in what you see. Okay, even in your perception. So let's see what's going on here. We do have the Judgment in reverse, shaman, okay, telling me that there's been some punishment that has been laid that you're not happy with the outcome. Two of Swords, definitely conflicting eternal and external, internally and externally conflicting yourself, okay? I see a lot of this with this Princess of Swords. Again, this is you just being really in your head, in your thoughts, and being very conflicted here in your thoughts. Therefore, it's creating a lot of, again, just a lot of fighting. A lot of you fighting what's happening in the 3D world and what's happening on the inside. Five of Wands energy, right? Competition. A lot of competition within your thoughts, within your outer and inner realm. Okay. We also have the King of Pentacles in reverse. Here's your person. So I feel like, honestly, I don't feel like this person has communicated a whole lot with you as far as being clear on the things they want, the things they need, the things that they want long-term, short-term, the things they want with you. So I do feel like it does create a lot of uncertainty, but remember, this is your activation. This is what is activating you, right? This experience, this shit right here is what's activating you. So the fact that this person did not manifest, or the fact that this person didn't manifest with you with the King of Pentacles in reverse, is clear enough to know that this person has activated you, right? 10 of Wands in reverse. This person creates a lot of burdens with their ending, okay? So I do want to know what your healing process is, okay? And I want to look at this healing process. Let me pull another deck here. I do want to look at the healing process in a way of the 3 parts, right? Because like I told you guys, when it comes to healing, to be able to be the healer, the second part of the shaman energy, it's understanding that you have to heal. You have to heal yourself. You have to heal others. You have to heal the culture around you, right? The world around you. But remember, you don't do this alone. So ultimately, you know, the others help you. The world around you helps you to heal, okay? So it's understanding that, and we're going to look at it from all 3 perspectives, okay? So Spirit, can you please show me the healing process for self, please, for the shaman's self? Interesting. So the Empress is conflicting you, okay? This is how you need to heal yourself, shaman, okay? Self-wise, there's this unbalancing when it comes to your Empress self, your feminine, all right, your feminine side, collective. So this is that part of you that feels maybe ridiculous and maybe makes fun of things because you actually fear those emotions, or you fear the intimacy, or you fear what would be known as the weak side of that masculine energy, okay? Now, I'm not saying that this has to apply to a male. What I'm saying is that we all have masculine and feminine energy within us. For a lot of people, it's hard for them to realize at first, but once you do realize that, you can start to see the traits. You can see when you're more in your masculine energy versus your feminine energy. You know, when you lose someone close to you and something happens and that death takes place or illness takes place, it's that you allow that fear, right, this initiation to create, right, this same blockage almost, this same, again, it's like the river, right? No, the judge. There you go. That makes complete sense, right? This judge is captivated by fear. Aha. But ironically, you are too, shaman, right? Because again, you're allowing this fear of your emotions, right? Loving too much, not loving enough, depending on what side you're on, but same energy, right? Just the negative and positives of it. You're allowing this unbalancing, this not being sure. You're going against the flow here. You're not allowing feminine energy to stand upright. You're not allowing feminine energy, the emotions of things, the sensitivity, the grieving, the sadness, the emotions of things, right? It's like, again, maybe even you, collective, may share both of these characteristics within you. Maybe we're looking at the feminine energy within you and the masculine energy within you. Hard to say at this point, but this can also mimic in the 3D world, because if you're battling this in balance, this unequalness within feminine energy and whatever with masculine, definitely it's going to apply to the 3D world, okay? Because what happens on the inside happens on the outside, right? It's just the way it is. So let's go ahead and look at how you're healing others. Spirit, show me how my shaman is healing others. Interesting, with communication, passionately, intimately, right? Creative, ambitiously, driven passion. Okay. So I do feel like collectively, shamans, you're using your experience and you're communicating your experience. I do feel like there's a little bit of wearing masks here, just a little bit, shaman. I feel like you don't let people fully know this battling that's going on with your emotional side of things, right? The feminine energy within you. But you definitely communicate the burdens and the struggles and the things that inspire you and drive you, right? And you really like to express these things to people. And so therefore you help people, you heal people because of this. And therefore you end up healing the world. How do you heal the world? Interesting, conflicting energy, 9 of Cups. Collective, what this is telling me as a healer, because of this imbalance with the Empress energy, with your feminine energy, with your emotions, right? The emotional side of things, it's conflicting the communication that you're giving across. Yes, you're communicating what you deserve and what this 9 of Cups is and how beautiful this Nine of Cups is to you. But at the same time, because you don't see this Nine of Cups within you, your own emotions, because you're not riding the flow of that river, you're going against the current, it gives you this energy of conflicting Nine of Cups. So this is why it's important as a healer, as a mentor, right? Teaching others, right? And expressing to people the unseen, the healing, and the mentoring side of you. If you're conflicting with your feminine emotions, you're conflicting with your point that you're trying to communicate. Even though you have all this drive and this ambition to communicate it, it's still creating this, again, is what you're communicating Nine of Cups or not energy. All right. In other words, actions speak louder than words here. Ooh, interesting. So the deck has been split, right? Six of Swords in the reverse, as well as the Seven of Pentacles. So I do feel like there's still an energy though. And this is a positive energy. This is understanding this experience, this activation leads to, yes, you losing, but you also understand what it is that you've planted and you evaluate things now, right? This is a good positive energy, because even though the moon's here and there was illusions, or there could be illusions within some of this stuff, it's also understanding that you have to evaluate these things. So it's a deep understanding, right? So it's really activating all this energy and creating that perfect mentor energy, right? So you're healing yourself, right? You need to heal yourself when it comes to this emotional unbalancing, okay? This feminine unbalance. Healing others with communication, right? Yep, there's that Death card. Interesting. Change, transformation, right? This is your death. This is that peaceful and painful death. It doesn't have to be peaceful and painful. It doesn't have to be peaceful and painless. It can be painful and dreadful and just just the worst, right? It's up to you whether or not you make this easy or hard. Again, it's really understanding that you can either, again, go with the current or go against it. And I feel like with this energy, you want the change. You want to go with the flow, right? Definitely want to go with the flow here. All right, so let's go ahead and step into the Judge's energy here. Actually, you know what? No, one more thing, Shaman. I forgot the other world, right? The psychic visions, the old magic. Let's see what's going on here. Spirit, show me the other world. Show me the unseen. Show me the psychic visions and the old the old magic. The Hermit. So what's really stopping you right now is fully understanding your power, Shaman. Okay, it's like a part of you trusts yourself and starts trusting your emotions. And then it's like you watch a movie, or you see a YouTube video, or you see a quote, or you see something in the 3D world, and it makes you start doubting everything that you feel on the inside. So you get very caught up in this, allowing that outer perspective, that 3D perception to alter your 5D divine energetic self, right? So that's this conflicting energy. So as of right now, your psychic visions, your old magic, the things that are unseen, the unseen is telling you you're battling this unbalancing that's taking place with your feminine energy, with the Empress energy, is because you're, again, allowing that outer perspective to affect you. And again, it doesn't mean that you're a feminine, like you're a female or a male. This means that the emotional side of you is unbalanced because you keep trusting the outer perspective instead of how you feel on the inside, instead of your downloads, your dreams, your seeing things, hearing things, feeling things that you can't physically actually see, right? That's that energy. All right, so let's go ahead and step into the next part of this. Let's go ahead and get into the Judge's energy, okay? Let's see what this Judge is all about. We'll see if this is you, or this is the masculine side of you, or if this is a masculine person you're dealing with, right? Again, what happens on the inside is going to happen on the outside. So let's go ahead and take a look at this Judge here. Spirit, show me the Judge's energy. Let's start with, what are they separating from others or helping others? Like, are they separating or helping? Show me the negative and positive ends here. What are they separating from, and what are they helping others with? First up, we have the Alien in reverse. So I feel a few things with this energy right off the bat. Same energy as you with this Hermit energy, kind of, right? Definitely allowing the outer 3D world, the outer perspective to alter energetic, right? Divine energetic knowing, right? Understanding. There's blockages, right? But more importantly, I feel like there's a lot of illusions. There's a lot of tricking that's going on. There's a lot of not trusting intuition with this judge, okay? So I do feel this in the negative end, right? I feel like this person's really pulling back. Yeah, 7 of Wands. You know, I do feel like there's a lot of fears surrounding this intimate connection, all right? Yeah, there's definitely a disunion. I do feel like this person, this judge, clearly understands this disunion. Regardless, masculine, feminine energy, there's a disunion, right? The Empress is in disunion. This energy, right? This judge energy, feeling very masculine energy already, is again just in disunion or feels disunion around them. So I do feel they're pulling back clearly, right? 2 of Cups, disunion, they're pulling apart. Inside, they're pulling apart. Therefore, in the 3D world, things are pulling apart. Nothing stays in union because they're not in union within, right? Creates a lot of problems and fears. Fear of intimacy, fear of connections, right? Fear of the connectedness, right? With the ring. Definitely a lot of fears here. How are they helping others? Spirit, show me how the judge is helping others, please. How's the judge helping others? By not communicating intimate connections. Interesting. Very ironic how Spirit likes to speak, right? So this is kind of like a, I guess, shaman directed towards you, right? This person is helping people when they pull away, when they're not communicating. Straight up. I mean, I don't think it can get any clearer. That's pretty clear, right? So this is why it's important to understand both perspectives. And sometimes, you know, yes, it hurts when you're in separation and when you're fighting against the current. You know, you get a lot of water in your mouth, and sometimes you possibly, I mean, you risk drowning every day with this overpowering, strong current of emotions, right? Of passion and intimacy with this person. But knowing the other perspective, that this person is helping you when they don't communicate with you, or helping others when they don't communicate with them, right? So this is why jealousy, envy, regret, anger, and these things aren't good, because then you get, if you get consumed in your perspective, your view. Not saying that all of you guys are, not saying that some of you guys are, I don't know. I'm just speaking from personal experience, right? Sometimes you get caught up in the hurt, the pain, and therefore you grieve and mourn, but then that anger can start, right? If you go against the flow of allowing it to be released, right? And if you start holding on to it, you start holding grudges, then it creates that fear. Then you start to be insensitive towards this person and what it is that they're divinely guided to do, whether you agree with it or not, right? It's that energy of understanding that their no communication is actually what is helping others. Very interesting. So let's take a look at, I want to look at something really quick. All right, I want to look at what's safe, true, and just, because it's really important to understand, interesting, the devil, addictions, codependency. Let me break something down with the judge. One more thing too, right? The only deciding factor with the judge is love. Straight up, okay? Love is the only deciding factor with the judge. So it's important to understand that shaman energy, right? Shaman energy, you have to understand that this person, love is the only deciding factor. So we'll see the opposite of what you've done for this person too, okay? Again, this goes back to codependency and issues. So I'm asking, what does love decide? What is the safe, true, and just, right? And the devil comes out. Addictions, codependency. Interesting. Love is the deciding factor. And I'm asking, what does love decide? Love decides to give you codependency. Love is addiction, because you love something so much, right, that you lose all love for yourself. And so you become codependent. You become addicted to the touch, to the intensity, to the intimacy, right? Or at least this person did. This energy did. The judge did, right? This love, this addiction was safe, true, and just for them, okay? We're going to clarify and find out exactly what this is referring to because it is a little tricky. You know what I'm saying? It is a little confusing. Let me get one more card, Spirit, with what does love decide here? One more card with what does love decide? Prince of Wands. Oh, sorry. Princess of Wands energy in reverse. Okay. No new intimate connection, right? Or disunion with a new intimate connection. We're going to clarify. Let's find out what's going on here. This is a little interesting. Bottom of the deck, we do have the Three of Wands. So I do feel like there has been a ending to a third party situation, a intimate connection. Now, Shaman, this could be you. You could be the third party, right? So we're going to clarify and find out what's going on here. Sorry, guys. I had to take a sip of something really quick. Let's clarify a little bit more. All right, let's find out what's really going on here, right? So clearly there's definitely some fears. We'll come back to this situation, okay, because this is confusing. We're going to have to clarify really deep here. But we know that love is the deciding factor for this person, okay, for the judge. So, you know, if there was no love in this connection or they didn't feel love in this connection in past tense, remember that you're not going to even be a deciding factor, okay? So now if there was love in this connection or they felt love in this connection, you would be a deciding factor. So let's just call it what it is and let's put that on the table first, okay? So if you had no love for yourself and the same thing with this no communication, talking about experiences, you know what I'm saying, that kind of energy, if you had no love for yourself, love is the deciding factor, right? You can give this person all the love you want, but if you don't love yourself, love is not an option, okay, right? Or love is the option. So if you don't have love, you're not an option. Okay, that's important to understand. Deciding factor right there. Moving on to the next. Sorry, you guys. Sorry. I got a message coming through. I apologize. Let's get back to this. So Seven of Wands energy, lots of problems and fears. Like I said, we'll come back to this here. I want to see the problems and fears within this person, okay, within this critic, okay, within this advocate or critic, whatever they are. We'll find out here. It's too many cards, but interesting. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Bottom of the deck, we have the Tower. Okay, this is your message for sure. Very important energy. So I'm asking what's the problems and fears here, right? Why is the Seven of Wands here in reverse? What is the problems and fears within this critic, within this advocate, depending on the negative or positive, right? Destruction is grounding this person, okay? So anything that has been destroyed, okay, whether they destroyed it or someone else destroys it, doesn't matter. Yes, this can be the things they destroyed, more leaning towards the things they destroy. But yes, it can be the things that other people destroy because remember, it's a 50-50, okay? We all exchange energy every time we come into contact with somebody. The Six of Pentacles is coming through though, okay? So their problems and fears is this equal give and take, this balance, okay? The balance when it comes to creating things. Creating what? The Two of Cups. Okay, this balance, again, this duality, this connection. And because of these problems and fears, this unhappiness, the fears within this unhappiness and not having wish fulfillment creates more burdens, creates more fears, creates more issues, right? Therefore, they get the Six of Wands energy. They're not being victorious. They're not winning, right? Because they're allowing the thought of this equal give and take, this equal balance, this perfect duality, this perfect union between two, right? The equal balance between feminine, right? Like with this Empress and conflicting energy, and masculine, like the Emperor, right? It's the connecting of both in the upright. This is an energy of them allowing that balance, that duality, that union to scare the living shit out of them. Two of Cups, right? So it makes them unhappy and they have a lot of problems and fears within this unhappiness. So they're not winning. They're losing. What they've lost creates problems and fears. Three of Pentacles in reverse. There it is, right? Things aren't working out in third-party situations. Things aren't working when it comes to these third-party situations at all. They feel like they've put in all the work and nothing's coming. They're losing, right? But we have the 10 of Pentacles. So again, they're just looking at things from a different perspective. They're not understanding that things are working in the magic in the unseen realm, right? Things are manifesting. It's no communication creates manifestation. So let's take a look at what this manifestation creates, right? By tapping into, again, what does love decide, okay? All right, Spirit. So as far as what love decides, this no communication, right? What are these codependencies? What are these addictions? And what is this lack of a new passionate beginning? And why does love decide this? What is safe, true, and just? Show me what I need to see. Queen of Pentacles, not manifesting, not birthing new creations. It's like love right now says that it's safe to not have this connection. Conflicting energy. It's the conflicting energy. The Three of Wands. So there's karmic situations taking place. It has to do with a lot of creation and passion and intimacy, all right? Conflicting energy, Nine of Pentacles, yeah. So it's a conflicting of manifestation right now. I feel like it's honestly an energy of both of you guys going through what you need to go through to grow, honestly, straight up, right? And I feel like this person, this masculine energy knows this, right? This masculine energy, yes, fears the union, fears the duality, fears the manifestation of unhappiness and losing, right? These things. There's definitely this third-party situation, the Three of Pentacles, right? And now it's confirmed with the Three of Wands. There's a lot of this energy of outer influence, again, with the Hermit on both energies, the alien in reverse and the Hermit conflicting feminine energy. There's just an energy of, honestly, the 3D perception of things really conflicting this energy. And so a lot of the stagnation has to do with not trusting, fighting against that current. Okay, so this is where it's taking place. This is where it's taking place, right? This is the experience, the activation. This is where the hypocrisy is coming into play, right? Because just as much as, yes, you may have, failed by not having the love for yourself. Therefore, love was never a deciding factor. However, there was an intimate connection, right? And that intimate connection somehow created love, right? Because interesting enough, even though there was no love for yourself, there's this energy of you really loving this individual or feeling this love, right? So therefore, that is what really sparks them here. Right? Not having happiness, things not working out in their third party situation, right? It's that energy of this lack of intimacy or too much intimacy, depending on which way you're looking at it, because it's a conflicting energy, creates the lack of manifestation, or at least what it is that is desired and craved for in that Nine of Pentacles energy, right? The manifestation of creation, wish abundance, right? Fulfillment when it comes to 3D things, okay? So interesting what Spirit's saying here again is that right now, what is safe, what is true, what is just for this relationship to be in union, no communication. This is the divine plan for this connection, okay? All right, so let's take a look at the tool, the ring, right? Let's tap into this ring energy and find out what is the completeness here, okay? What is the connectedness, all right? What is the infinite? What is the wheel? What is the connection? Is it a sacred cycle or is it repetition, right? Is it starving for the connection? Interesting. Three of Pentacles. So things, working in the third party situations, right? Or that, again, this is that outer influence, but this is things working well in the outer influence, okay? Nine of Swords in reverse. Endings. Endings happening. Spirit, show me what I need to see with this ring energy, please. Why is the ring here in this reading? Show me the infinite. Show me the eternal love, right? That surpasses all time, all worldly things. Show me what I need to see, Spirit. The ring energy, Spirit. Show me the ring energy. Show me what I need to see, please. What is the infinite? How can they deepen the connection with self, others, and the world at large? Show me what I need to see. Eight of Cups. Interesting. Let me go through more cards, you guys. Spirit, show me what else I need to see. When it comes to the sacred cycles, the repetition, Four of Wands. Interesting. So I feel a lot of this, and again, this is that eternal love, okay? So it's important to understand that you have to take yourself out of this 3D body for a minute, especially here on my channel in this reading, right? You can't look at the situation and the things that are in the physical worldly possession, right? On earth plane. You have to look at this in the energetic realm, because this ring energy is the connectedness, right? It is the infinite. It is the never ending, right? It's eternal love. Again, that is against time, right? This is that Kairos energy, right? Time does not exist. Okay, so get time out of the space right now. It doesn't even belong here. This is understanding that in that 5D realm, the outer influence is working to both of your advantages. It's understanding that things didn't go right. Disunion happens, right? The separation, this person pulls back because, again, love is the deciding factor for this person, not intimacy. And I feel like this healing energy with the cards that are laying down, the way this is coming down, I feel like this energy showed their love through intimate connection, through intimacy, sex, call it what it is. Maybe not, maybe just kissing and overfeeding with things, right? Drowning in affection, love, intimacy, right? It's understanding that because of that, this creates the foundations for intimacy for this energy, right? This person understands what, I feel like this energy here had a lot of intimate connections, a lot of outer influence, right? And so in this separation, they really start to see what their intimate connections have led them, right? I feel like there was a lot of illusions within a lot of this energy, a lot of problems and fears because of these illusions within this energy. Again, so it creates the Four of Wands though, because of the things that went wrong with all the intimate connections, right? Because remember, love is the deciding factor. The foundation was already laid intimately, okay? This person understands now the fundamentals of intimate connections, right? The foundation work for what they need, right? They took the time to be stagnant and stay stagnant, to understand things, to evaluate things, and to really get a good understanding of what these intimate connections were, where these intimate connections led them. And again, it creates a great and stable foundation when it comes to intimate connections. This person learned in this separation this right here, the foundation needed for intimate connections to last, to succeed. Okay. We have the Eight of Cups energy. Walking away from things that no longer serve you emotionally, right? This judge walked away from things that no longer satisfied them emotionally. Why? Because love is the deciding factor. Not the love that you give this person, but that lead by example love. The love of self, the love of others, and the love of the world around them, right? This love that they are walking away from, or this connection that they are walking away from, right? It's because they want more. Love is not there, right? The love is fading. And again, remember, love is the deciding factor here. So the second this person, this energy does not feel this love, this person will walk away. That's just this energy. This is that eternal love of self, knowing that you deserve better. Doesn't matter if it's you or your person. This is both of you guys understanding that walking away for things that better serve you, that is you understanding that you deserve better. That is loving self. That's that eternal love, right? Nine of Swords. The eternal love is when no matter what, you will still work with this outer influence. You will still work for the positive, right? Not the negative, even though endings take place that are not your endings, right? That have been caused to you. The destruction that has been laid upon your feet that was out of your control. Or was it, right? Six of Wands. Wow. Six of Wands energy in reverse, right? This is that equal and balanced, right? But in the reverse, it's not so equal and balanced, right? So there's this understanding that there's an unbalance with intimacy with this energy, right? That is always eternal. Something has always been off with the passion, with the intimacy, with the creation. There's always been a lack, okay? And this has been eternally here. Two of Pentacles, not manifesting, not being balanced, not going with the flow of things. This is going against the flow, right? This is the Two of Pentacles energy, not making a decision because you fear the decision, right? So going against the decision when the decision still needs to be made. Prolonging the inevitable. But look, Six of Swords energy, winning. Clarify a little bit more. It's a lot of energy down here. Bottom of the deck, we have the King of Cups. Yep, this disunion, not having these emotions with the masculine energy, right? I feel like, honestly, that's because feminine energy is unbalanced. Possibly, I mean, obviously, if feminine energy is unbalanced, right? If the Empress is imbalanced, what do you think the Emperor is? The Emperor is going to be imbalanced too, okay? The Emperor is the masculine energy within you. Yes, it can be the person you're dealing with in the 3D, right? But it's understanding that the imbalance that takes place within is creating unbalance within the out. But it all leads to good, right? It all has a purpose in the divine view, in the divine perspective. All right, so let's go ahead and start clarifying a little bit more deeper here. Clearly, we know, right, that I feel like no matter what, this is really what Spirit's trying to show you here, is that no matter what, endings are going to take place that are out of your control. Okay, that's what the Nine of Swords in reverse is all about. It's about putting yourself in this thought process, and really, really being in this energy of, again, what's taking place around you and not trusting, your divine power, your gifts as a human, right? Interesting enough, right? Your powers that surpass your 3D body, your 3D world. So it's an energy of understanding that no matter what, these endings are going to take place, right? You have to understand to be balanced, right? Be balanced and understand endings are out of your control. Endings are going to take place. It's up to you to work right with these outer influences and to see how these outer influences are working out for you in the negative and in the positive. Okay. And because of this, that is that eternal love. This is your unbalancing, right? This is your Two of Pentacles energy, right? The Two of Pentacles is just like the river energy. In the upright, it talks about you handling things well, right? When, you get kicked down, you get up, you dust off your shoulders, you may cry for a minute because it hurt, but you're going to get over it. You're going to heal and you move on. That's this energy, right? This is dealing with things as they come, not getting caught up in the moment and staying stuck or stagnant. In the reverse, however, it is being stagnant. It is not making a decision. It is choosing to go against the flow, not going with the current. All right. So what's going on here? You see? You see how you have this outer influence and you could be working with it. And yes, endings are taking place. So what's happening is you're choosing to react unbalanced and not go with the flow, but go against it. All right. So this is what's really interesting, right? And so this is what's happening. And I think it's very important to see this, right? You have the Six of Wands and the Six of Swords. Okay. One is in the upright and one is in the reverse here. Straight up. Six of Swords is it's in the reverse. Let me turn it this way because this is the way it is, right? It's in the reverse for me, okay? Yeah, I had to look at it. The Six of Swords is in reverse and the Six of Wands is in the upright. Six of Swords in the reverse, okay, is about you staying stagnant and not moving forward. This is about you allowing the fears, okay, the problems, the challenges, the difficulties, you know, the insensitive ideology, right, is stopping you from taking a new journey. It's stopping you from moving forward and taking a new journey, and again, walking away from things that no longer serve you, right? Well, that's if you go against the flow. But if you go with the flow, you have the Six of Wands energy, a new passionate beginning, right? Where two become, you know, become involved. The sixes is all about duality, right? This is why there's that equal give and take. It's always, the sixes always represent the twin flames, right? Because it's two being united. It's the equal 50-50, right? This is that 50-50 energy straight up, passionately and in the thoughts, right? In the clear mental state. So it's understanding these creations, understanding this intimacy, and choosing whether or not you fight it or allow it to guide you, right? It's like not trusting in this, not trusting in the things that you lose, not trusting in the things that aren't working out for you. And so because you don't trust them, you're again just swimming against the current your entire life, right? When the whole time you could have just been allowing the current to just take you downstream, and you would have already arrived to your destination. But because you choose to swim upstream, you're not getting to your destination. You're staying stagnant. And so ironically though, right, it's this energy of as soon as you fix this, right? As soon as you get a hold of these unbalancing, these trusting the 3D and not trusting yourself and not allowing your emotional side of you to be balanced with your masculine side of you. It's like once you get a hold of that, that's when this conflicting energy is going to change. Again, what's conflicting you is whether or not you're going to fight the flow, you're going to fight the current, or if you're going to go with it, right? Go with the flow. All right. So let's take a look at Thanatos. Let's take a look at your change, your transformation, what needs to take place to succeed, okay? Wait. Yeah. You know what? Yeah, let's take a look. Let's take a look and see what's going on here. Sorry, you guys. I wanted to ask another question too, but I'll wait to the very end here and we'll kind of do a final kind of clarification on some things. But let's get into Thanatos first, all right? The god of death, right? The peaceful and painful death of Thanatos. Let's see this peaceful and painful death here. King of Wands. Spirit, what else do we have for Thanatos? What else do we have for Thanatos? Show me what I need to see, please, Spirit, for Thanatos. Thank you. Interesting. Very interesting. All right, so first up, we had the Strength card, okay? We had the King of Wands. Then we had the Strength card. Then we had the Death card. There's your change. Change is happening, okay? Change is taking place. Ten of Swords, an ending to thoughts, an ending to the way you're thinking, being strong about this when it comes to this intimate masculine energy. Okay, this, whether put yourself where you need to, but this masculine energy. Unhappiness, things need to change when it comes to your unhappiness, straight up. Straight up, collective. Bottom of the deck, be open-minded. Seek all, know all, okay? Understand, be the mentor, be the healer, understand the other world, be the shaman, right? The shaman is the Hierophant is the shaman. It is the same energy. Grounding this reading. Be open-minded to things. Be very open-minded and also embrace the unseen, embrace the unknown, the other world. All right, let's clarify a little bit more. Beautiful, beautiful coming through. Very beautiful. All right, you guys, let's see what's going on. Let's go ahead and break this down a little bit more. Spirit, Who's this King of Wands individual? All right. Who is this? All right. I also want to look at, you know, what it is you grieve, right? What it is that you mourn. Let's see what's going on, Spirit. Show me what I need to see. Show me the grief. Show me the mourning. Show me the fear. Show me it all. Show me the ending and show me what needs to take place. All right, let's go ahead and start this. Show me who the King of Wands is, Spirit. Show me who the King of Wands is, Spirit. What's going on with this King of Wands energy? Four of Pentacles. So yeah, I do feel like this all takes place because there wasn't anything, you know, the foundation never took place, right? The manifestation never took place with this connection. Okay, so this is why the King of Wands is coming through. A death needs to take place with this unstable foundation, this old connection, this past tense energy, straight up. Yes, the King of Wands is the King of Wands. Don't worry about the King of Wands. Okay, don't worry about what's going on with the King of Wands because the King of Wands has their own or his own energy. However, the foundation was rocky. The foundation wasn't stable. Put an ending to it. Put a death to it. All right. Strength card. Show me the Strength card, Spirit. Why is the Strength card here? Because again, that's going, look, Two of Pentacles again in reverse, you guys, going against the flow, right? The decision needs to be made to put an ending to this because it wasn't a stable foundation. Conflicting energy, Four of Cups, blended pleasure. Conflicting energy, Four of Swords. Do you see this? 4, 4, 4, right? This is, look, 4 times 3, 12, 2 plus 1 is 3, new beginnings, right? A death to the old cycle needs to end for the new beginning to begin. Does that make sense? It's like, look, you're holding on to a past tense energy and spirit saying, put death to it peacefully. Put death to it without pain, right? Because if not, Divine's going to come in and destroy things and make it painful because it becomes out of Thanatos's hands, okay? Thanatos has you right now and is telling you, look, make this ending peaceful. Put an ending to it, right? Mentally, it's conflicting you. Emotionally, it's conflicting you. The manifestation of it was destroyed, right? You're not making a decision. You're going against the current. Wow. Spirit, show me what I need to see when it comes to the change. Show me the death, please. Show me the addiction. 7 of Swords. Because the only thing that's really holding you back, collective, from ending and putting an ending to this is the masks that this person may have worn. You know, it's like the only thing that's stopping you from actually changing here and starting a new beginning, right? A new adventure is the fact that you're holding on to this person maybe having feelings for you. Doesn't matter if they do or not. The point is you still got to release this cycle. You still have to move forward, right? Wow, 10 of Swords in reverse. You have to change this ending that took place, right? You're allowing it to keep you in the 10 of Swords in reverse. You're allowing it to keep you in this ending of mental state that is just fuckery, right? Instead of just saying, you know what, it ended, fuck it, take it for what it is. It didn't work, right? It makes me conflicted. Yeah, this person could have been holding things back, but fuck it, right? If they did, they did. If they didn't, they didn't. I got to move forward kind of energy, right? But you're allowing, you're allowing the thought of this justice to hold you down to this connection. 10 of Swords, Spirit, what's this ending to the way they're thinking? Show me what I need to see. What do they need to put an ending to when it comes to the way they're thinking? Wow. 3 of Swords and heartbreak, sadness, grief, third-party situations, outer influence. The fact that they're not walking away from whatever situation they're in. And conflicting. The Hierophant, you being open-minded. Straight up. You're being closed-minded. To only think what this person could be holding back. To only be thinking about the sadness because of the situation and where it's at. You're not being open-minded to what's on the other side. You're not being open-minded to what's in the unseen realm, the unknown, the abyss, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Straight up. Spirit, what is this unhappiness? Show me what I need to see. Ha, happiness, Four of Wands. Wow, Queen of Wands. Two of Wands. Wow. So interesting enough, you being closed-minded is creating this unhappiness. This unhappiness is stopping you from being happy. It's stopping you from having happiness. It's stopping you from having celebration and being victorious when it comes to harmonious connections, right? It's stopping you from an intimate connection and the fundamental basics, the foundation of intimacy, creation, drive, ambitions, you know, want, need, desire, all of it. It's stopping this. This happiness, yes, you want celebration. Yes, you want the Two of Wands energy. You want a new passionate beginning. You do. Right? This is your happiness. Your happiness is a new passionate beginning. Wedding, marriage, Spirit, what else? Show me what else is the shaman's. Interesting, Five of Swords. But you're allowing all these things to conflict you. You're allowing all these thoughts to conflict you here, straight up. Very interesting. Let's finish off the deck, Spirit. Anything else when it comes to this unhappiness? Show me what I need to see, please. Finishing off the deck, Spirit. Anything else when it comes to this unhappiness? Thank you. Thank you. Interesting. We have the Princess of Cups, this immature love conflicting you. This immature love within, this immature self-love. You know, look, Queen of Swords energy, right? Your happiness is to be clear, to be action-oriented, to take action in your life, and to be clear when it comes to new beginnings in love, right? Trusting in divine, the Hanged Man energy, trusting that, yeah, you may be stuck right now, but it's for reason. And last but least, we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. This thought of this happiness, right? This thought of everything in this intimate connection has you blocked, has you not receiving love, and Spirit saying you have to look at this in a different situation. You have to look at this from a different light. You have to look at this from a different perspective. All right, let's clarify a little bit more. Look, bottom of the deck, you guys, justice. Interesting, very interesting. It's all grounding this justice. This is what needs to change. The want and need for justice needs to change, okay? You can't get justice. You don't seek justice. You just allow things. The justice is, look, the justice is when you understand that you don't have to go against this. You can just allow it, right? Allow it to teach you and be the mentor and heal, and use your situation, your experience to activate you to heal not only yourself, but to also connect you to the other world. Because remember, again, you're the master who bridges every day in the sacred, right? The justice is when you become that bridge. All right, so that's all I've got for you. I do want to finalize a few last things. I want to just get some overall clarification to a few things here, okay? I do want to take a look at just kind of what's going on, right? How, what happens when you succeed, right? So to be able to succeed with this person, there's a lot of energy that really surrounds this. Love is the deciding factor. So ultimately, this goes back to the original energy where this began, the shaman energy, right? True love is when you fully understand that you have to forgive everything in physical form, right? Including your own physical body, your own physical things that you created in that 3D world, right? Forgiving the things that you did or didn't achieve in that 3D realm. So with that being said, I want to take a look at clearly a little bit more of you before we end this, okay? Because to be able to succeed with this person, you're going to have to be open-minded, and you're going to have to allow this love of self-love to really, you know, embrace you regardless. Yes, to be able to succeed for someone who's pulled away, love, again, is the deciding factor. So even if they pull away, they're pulling away because they don't feel love. Okay. And again, they're perceiving love. Okay. Not what they feel, but what they perceive, what they see it. Because again, they're doing their own thing. They're caught up in how they're seeing shit, right? Spirit, show me what I need to see when it comes to the shaman energy, please. Show me what I need to see when it comes to the shaman energy, please. What they need to succeed. So a few cards did flip over. Cassette. I think that was it. Yeah, that's it. So Cupid's arrow and cassette. All right. So this is just kind of a little bit of advice to go home with, shaman. Okay. This is understanding that have faith, love is coming, surprise invitation or meeting. But there is hesitation, right? Because of this conflicting energy. Also, outdated thinking and conditioning, replaying events over and over in your head is also a deciding factor. Okay. So remember, this goes back to understanding that if love is the deciding factor, it's the only reason that you don't have this yet is because there's not love, because love is that deciding factor. So once you have faith and you understand that there's some technical way that you're thinking that is incorrect and needs to change, right? Seeing that other perspective, right? Gaining that Queen of Swords mentality and changing and putting that 10 of Swords to good use, right? Putting an ending to the way you're thinking. So this outdated thinking ends, right? Stop replaying and conditioning yourself, right? Stop repeating and being repetitive. We saw repetitive very strongly on the negative end, did we not, right? When we were talking about the ring energy, right? Being repetitive, allowing cycles to be repetitive instead of understanding, again, this goes back to you, shaman, bridging the difference between the everyday and the sacred, right? Because again, this ring energy and the positive energy is a sacred cycle. It's understanding how this shit works out, right? It's understanding what you guys are doing in separation. It's understanding, you know, what conflicts you two in this separation is the fact that you're thinking and holding on to things that need to end. Okay, energies that need to be done. They need to be buried in the ground. They need to end. There needs to be death to them. Okay. With that being said, collective, I hope this helps you. So again, to be able to succeed with the person who pulls away, remember, love is that deciding factor. Okay. Forgive yourself in the physical form. You know, do what you need to do to study, to heal, and to connect to that 5D energy. Also remember too that death, it can be peaceful. Okay. You don't have to always go against that flow. Okay. You don't always have to allow that current to overtake you and have you choking on water. All right. With that being said, you guys, collective, I love you. Stay blessed. Blessed be. Let me know if this combinates down below in the comments and how it does relate to your personal situation. Let me know who's the shaman and let me know who's the judge. Let me know if this situation helps you and how it does help you. With that being said, you guys, I will see you guys later. I'll be giving you guys another collective reading. We'll see who it pertains to next. All right. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe, do all the good stuff. And yeah, don't forget, follow me on Instagram. All right. Love you guys. Bye.